A very good morning to all the students. The topic which we are going to discuss today is issue of shares at discount. We have completed issue of shares at par in the previous lecture. Now we'll be doing the issue of shares at discount. Starting with this, as I've already told you, what are shares? Shares are the part of the shareholders working in the company, right? And to whom the shares can be issued? The shares can be issued to the public. The public includes the investors, the persons who are interested in the shares of the company, right? As we have already discussed that whenever the XYZ company issues its shares, invite applications for its shares, at that time the public is invited to apply for the shares with some prescribed fees according to the Companies Act. By paying the prescribed fees, the investors, the public, or the customers, they apply for the shares, for the purchase of the shares. Afterwards, there are some of the applicants to whom the shares are given. There are some of the applicants who are rejected during the invitation of shares, right? And the amount which is paid by the investors or by the public to the company of the people who are rejected, that amount is refunded and it is given back to the applicants. Then there are some shares on which there is no purchase done. Then for those shares, the calls are invited, right? So this is all which we have discussed in the previous class. We have discussed issue of these shares at par. Now we'll be discussing the issue of these shares at discount. It means the value which is already a share is having less than that. That is issue of shares at discount. As you know that share means a portion of a larger thing, right? And these portion of a larger things are taken by the shareholders, right? So there is some ratio, there is some percentage according to the various shareholders. The shares are divided among themselves. If we talk about a real market share, it is a small portion of the total amount of capital of the enterprise, right? Now what happens here is, as you know that the shares are issued. So the shares are issued, they may be at the proper nominal value, they may be at the value less than the nominal value, that is discount. They may be at the value more than the nominal value, that is premium, right? These shares in the company, these shares tempt the investors because these shares give huge profits and sound position to the shareholders as well. Okay. If we talk about the issue of shares at discount, it means that issue of the shares at a price less than the face value of the share. For example, the real value of the share is rupees 100, right? And when it is issued at less than 100 rupees, it is a discount. It means the share is issued at a discount. It means below the nominal value. So whatever this value is there with the company debit all this amount to a separate account which is known as discount on issue of shares account. Because we have to keep this money aside as we have done previously. What we used to do is, you know that the application's money is not directly credited when the applicants apply for the issue of shares. The applicant's money is credited to a different account, right? I hope all of you remember this. Moving to the next slide. Now, what are the conditions for issue of shares at a discount? What are the conditions now? Suppose if you want to issue the shares at a price less than the face value, as I already told you, the company needs to take clarity and permission from the relevant authority who is handling all this. And for this clarity and for this permission from the authority, they have to call a general meeting for this, and they discuss the matter regarding the shares at discount in the meeting, right? Then there is some condition that the rate of discount should not be more than 10%, right? This cap is maintained by the authority, right? This cap is maintained by the authority that there should be not more than 10% discount on issue of any shares. This is another condition. Then the company which is dealing with the shares, this company should issue the shares within 60 days of receiving the permission from the authority, right? But there are also some points which needs to be considered. At that time, the company can extend the time also, but the time can be extended only and only after getting the permission from the permission department, right? Then the company cannot issue the shares before passing of 1 year from the date of commencement of business, right? The company is only eligible for the shares, for issuing of the shares, once the company is commenced, means once the company has registered just for its business. After 1 year, the company can start invitations for the issue of shares to the public, right? It means within 1 year of registering, it means whenever the company you have thought of starting is started, you have registered with the registrar according to the Companies Act. After 1 year from the date of commencement of your business, or you can say you can issue the shares after 1 year. You cannot issue or invite the applications from the public before 1 year. Because in this 1 year, the company is able to decide the financial position of the firm. Once the financial position of the firm is decided, only then the company invites applications for issue of shares, right? And if we talk about if the company who is issuing the shares, right? If we talk about the company who is issuing the shares, if the company wants to issue the shares within 1 year, right? The company can only issue equity shares, which are the shares of the owners of the company only. It means the company will not invite public for the applications of the shares. I hope it is clear to all of you, right? So what is the thing in this is the company cannot first of all issue the shares before 1 year of commencement of its business, right? And the company if wants to issue its shares, it can issue the shares only to the ordinary shareholders of the company. It cannot invite its application from the general public. It means the general public cannot purchase the shares of the company before 1 year is passed. And once the company has got approval from the general meeting of the organization, once the company has got permission from the general meeting with the specified members of the authority, afterwards the company has to take a prior permission from the central government. Right? So here you can see that the role of authority, Companies Act and central government is very much necessary for issuing of the shares. So these were the conditions regarding issuing of shares at discount. Now the main entries which are used for issue of shares at discount are: when we talk about the internal persons working in the company, like the company's directors or underwriters, right? If the company shares issue its shares to the company's director or underwriters at a discount, the entry which would be passed is bank account debit, discount on shares account debit to share capital account. You can familiarize it with the entries which we have discussed yesterday, where we have discussed about issue of shares at par. As the shares are issued to the company's directors or underwriters at a discount, it means at a price lower than the nominal value of the shares, the accounting entry which would be passed is bank account debit, discount on shares account debit to share capital account. When the shares are allotted to them, it is not like that. If it is at par, at discount or at premium, again all the processes are followed, all the procedures are followed. You know that the shares are also allotted to the persons who have applied for the shares. So when the shares are allotted to the persons, here we are talking about director or underwriter, or it can be XYZ person. On allotment of shares, the entry which would be passed is share application debit, discount on shares account debit to share capital account. I hope this much is clear to you all. Proceeding with it, if these shares are issued at discount to the promoters, who are the promoters? Who really register the companies, who really take part in the various events of the companies, right? Who basically commence the business from its start. They are the promoters. So when the shares are issued at a discount to the promoters, and in return of the services the promoters have provided to the company, in return of the services, when the shares are issued at a discount to them, the entries which are passed are preliminary expenses debit, discount on the shares which are issued debit, share capital account. The next topic which we are going to originate is issue of shares at premium. We are done with issue of shares at par, at discount, now with the premium. Can you see that what is premium? It may be the amount which is more than the value, right? We are already familiar about the capital. As I always discuss the capital, I'm already discussing it with every issue of share topic, right? The capital of the company is consisted of the shares of the company, shares of the shareholders, share of the all the preference shareholders who are given the right, preferential right over the payment of dividend. I'm just talking about here about the real owners of the company. So the capital of a company here consists of the shares, right? As I've already told you that the company invites public to apply for the issue of shares, so that there should be maximum subscription for the shares by the general public, right? We have already discussed that the company has to issue its prospectus too. And what should be written in the prospectus is, the prospectus contains the information regarding the share, right? The prospectus contains information regarding the shares which are issued, which are written in the prospectus, so that the application should come for the purchase of the shares are mentioned in the prospectus, right? Then there is information regarding the financial position of the company in the prospectus, and this prospectus also contains the profit and loss and the balance sheet statements, that how much profit the company has incurred in the previous years. After looking into the prospectus, the general public gets interested in the shares of the company, because if the company is profit making, only then the general public or the investors would invest into it, right? If the company is not profit making at all, then no of the public no member from the public, no investor from the public would be interested in the shares of the company, right? The company generally issues its shares at par, that is at its face value, right? Which we have already done. And the company also issues shares at premium. Right? Now the general entries for issuing of shares at premium are: if the shares are issued to the directors or underwriters at a premium and the amount is received in a lump sum, then the entries which would be passed are bank account debit to share capital and share premium. Because here the shares are issued to the directors, or you can say the investors, at a premium. And the amount which is received, it is in lump sum. It is a cumulative amount, right? And if the shares are issued at premium to the public after the receipt of application money to the bank, then what entry would be passed? This here at in this situation we are talking about the persons outside the company. You know that they have given the application money in order to apply for the issue of shares, in order to apply for the shares in the company, right? And here, when the shares are at the end issued at premium to the public, the entries which would be passed is share application account debit to share capital to share premium, right? With this, our issue of shares topic is over. We have discussed here the share capital, the procedure of issuing the shares. Then we have done the issue of shares at par, premium and at discount. With this, our topic of issue of shares is over.